The Middle East is a tinderbox, a region fraught with historical tensions and modern-day conflicts. Tensions are soaring between Israel and Iran, two nations with a long history of animosity and geopolitical rivalry. The United States is deeply involved, often acting as a mediator but also having its own strategic interests in the region. This situation is very dangerous, with military forces on high alert and political leaders engaged in intense discussions. Any misstep could lead to a major conflict, potentially drawing in multiple nations and causing widespread devastation. The recent violence in Gaza has made things worse, exacerbating an already volatile situation. Israel and Hamas are bitter enemies, locked in a seemingly endless cycle of violence and retaliation. They have fought many wars, each leaving behind a trail of destruction and loss. This round of fighting has been particularly brutal, with significant casualties and widespread destruction. Civilians on both sides are suffering, caught in the crossfire and enduring unimaginable hardships. Adding fuel to the fire is Iran's support for Hamas, providing both material and moral backing. Iran provides weapons and money to the group, further complicating the already complex dynamics of the conflict. This has made Iran a target for Israel and the United States, both of whom see Iran's actions as a direct threat. Both countries see Iran as a major threat, necessitating a constant state of vigilance and preparedness. The situation is incredibly volatile, with the potential for escalation always looming. The world is watching and hoping for a peaceful resolution. But the path to peace is fraught with challenges. But the path to peace is narrow and fraught with danger, requiring immense effort and goodwill from all parties involved. The Gaza Strip is a small territory, but its significance in the Middle East is immense. It is located on the Mediterranean coast, bordered by Israel and Egypt. It is home to over 2 million Palestinians, living in a space of just 140 square miles. Gaza is one of the most densely populated places in the world, with families often living in cramped conditions. Gaza has been blockaded by Israel and Egypt for over 15 years, severely restricting movement and trade. This has created a humanitarian crisis, with shortages of food, medicine, and other essential supplies. The people of Gaza suffer from poverty, unemployment, and lack of basic necessities, making daily life a struggle. In recent weeks, violence has erupted in Gaza again, adding to the already dire situation. Israel has launched airstrikes against Hamas targets, claiming to target militant infrastructure. Hamas has responded by firing rockets into Israel, escalating the conflict further. The fighting has caused widespread destruction, leaving many without homes or shelter. Homes, schools, and hospitals have been damaged or destroyed, impacting essential services. Hundreds of people have been killed, including many civilians, deepening the humanitarian crisis. Iran is a major player in the Middle East, with significant influence over regional politics and conflicts. It is a powerful country with a large and well-equipped military, capable of projecting power beyond its borders. Iran is also a staunch supporter of Palestinian militant groups, including Hamas, providing them with financial and military aid. Israel and the United States view Iran as a serious threat to regional stability and their own national security. They are particularly concerned about Iran's nuclear program and its potential to develop nuclear weapons, as well as its support for terrorism. Israel has repeatedly warned that it will not allow Iran to develop nuclear weapons, considering it a red line. The recent violence in Gaza has heightened tensions between Israel and Iran, with both sides exchanging threats. Israel has accused Iran of providing Hamas with advanced rockets and other military technology, escalating the conflict. Iran has denied these accusations, claiming that it only provides moral and political support to Palestinian groups. In response to the rising tensions, the United States has sent warships to the region to demonstrate its commitment to its allies. This show of force is intended to deter Iran from any aggressive actions against Israel or other U.S. allies. Joint military exercises between the U.S. and Israel are also aimed at preparing for any potential conflict with Iran. The situation remains very tense, with the potential for further escalation always present. Section 4. Ceasefire Efforts. The international community is calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. Egypt is leading the mediation efforts. Egypt has close ties to both Israel and Hamas. However, reaching a ceasefire agreement is proving to be difficult. Both sides have set preconditions. Israel wants Hamas to release Israeli hostages. Hamas wants Israel to lift the blockade on Gaza. Meanwhile, the humanitarian situation in Gaza is deteriorating rapidly. Hospitals are overwhelmed with casualties. There is a shortage of food, water, and medicine. Section 5. Global implications. The conflict between Israel and Hamas has global implications. It has sparked protests around the world. It has also raised concerns about the stability of the Middle East. The conflict has strained relations between the United States and some of its allies. Some countries have criticized Israel's use of force in Gaza. Others have condemned Hamas for firing rockets into Israel. The conflict has also had an impact on the global economy. The price of oil has risen due to concerns about supply disruptions. Section 6. A call for peace. The situation in the Middle East is complex and dangerous. There is no easy solution. However, one thing is clear: violence is not the answer. The international community must work together to bring an end to the conflict. This will require diplomacy, compromise, and a commitment to peace. The people of Gaza and Israel deserve to live in peace and security. Stay informed about the situation. Support organizations that are working to help those affected by the conflict, and most importantly, never lose hope for peace.